How you doing? Welcome to the Jovenshire channel.
You
Today
can't
we're
have my
and we're
line. How you doing, my friends? How you doing, my friends? Welcome to the Jovenshire channel, where today we are doing some fun facts. And we've got a very special unicorn with us today. We have Matthew, that's Sohinki. Now, you may know him from the holiday classics, Dreidel, Dreidel, Dreidel,
yes,
and my personal Hallmark holiday favorite film, My First Hanukkah.
My First Chanukah.
And the only reason we have Sohinki here today is because Courtney had...
Wow.
Very excited to have you here.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Because Sohinki can be seen doing amazing videos on YouTube. So that's at youtube.com/Sohinki.
Yes.
But today we are going to learn about 5 fun facts that you may or may not have known about Sohinki. Would you like to hit us with the first 5 fun fact? Or the
Do I have to like
fun fact?
First fact? Do you ever do
No.
anything like that? So this is a story that every single person in Smosh Games has heard probably at least 10 times.
Yeah.
When I was a wee lad, and when I say a wee lad, I mean about 10 years old, yeah, I was invited onto a United States, they trusted me on a United States ballistic missile submarine. And when I say a ballistic missile submarine, I mean this submarine held like 12 nuclear weapons on it.
I would like to mention this is pre-9/11.
There was actually an accident where a submarine crashed into like a shipping boat off the coast of Alaska.
Did you do that?
No, I didn't do that. But ever since then, civilians have not been allowed on submarines. So yeah, I got in there before they changed the rules.
That's good.
Yeah.
So you have this once in a lifetime opportunity. No other civilian can now ever do this. How do you spend your time on a submarine?
Well, you know, we did a lot of stuff, but the thing that I remember is they had a like land center on the sub.
A land center. No, it was just their war room.
Well,
where
it was
they were getting military operations.
was a communication center with several computers, and the computers had 2 games on them. One was like XYZ Hunter Killer. It was like actually...
It was Minesweeper IRL.
Yeah, but it was actually a submarine simulator that was meant to like, I don't know. I mean, maybe it wasn't meant to actually do anything other than be a submarine simulator, but the only people
Why would there be a submarine simulator on a submarine? If there's trained professionals, I hope that they use the simulator before they get onto the submarine.
They definitely did, and actually before I went on the sub, they have a simulator where it's like a torpedo's fired at you and you have to like dodge the torpedo. I failed miserably. It's really hard. The other game was Quake 2. None of the sailors knew how to play Quake 2. So me and my brothers taught the sailors on this submarine.
There were 2 games.
Yes.
Arguably 1.5 games.
They had a mod where all of the characters were South Park characters. I was playing against my brothers, and I remember the only game I won against them all night, I was playing as Kenny. Can I tell you the most intimidating thing I've ever seen in my life? We were walking on top of the submarine, and just to show us, they opened up a missile tube. And we're just looking down at this giant nuclear
That is like
warhead.
the worst case scenario of like, don't look down the barrel of a gun. This, in fact, was a very fun fact. But please, sir, hit us with your second fun fact.
Second fun fact, I ran the Marine Corps Marathon when I was 14.
Why?
And,
Were you being chased by other Marines?
No, my dad was like he wasn't a marathon runner, but he had run a bunch of marathons. He ran it, and then I was like kind of a pudge. And I was like, that's a good way to unpudge myself.
I'm not laughing at your out of shapeness as a 14-year-old. You saying pudge was kind of it's a funny word.
I was a pudge.
You're in shape now. Congratulations on all the working out.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I've been putting in some gym time.
What did you eat for lunch yesterday?
An entire pizza.
Okay. So you finished the race.
I just ran it. Yeah, as a normal human being. There's a guy that runs it every year in a tuxedo. There's our Marines that run it every year in full gear. I lost to a guy that was juggling the entire time.
That's amazing on so many levels. First of all, the pure talent.
We were running next to this guy for a long time, and he's legit just juggling like 5 balls. It was probably like 4 balls, but still, he's juggling the whole race. And he didn't drop one the whole time I was running next to him.
That's the fun fact right there.
Yeah. Can I tell you, don't run marathons.
Yeah, no.
My right knee has never been the same. My right knee got messed up. There's a reason the guy died that ran the original one. Other than that, he was in a battle.
Really?
You don't know about this? It was called the Battle of Marathon. And basically, what happened was, they were like, you need to go and tell them that we've won. So he ran 26.2 miles back to the capital or whatever, and he yelled victory and then died on the spot.
Marathons are the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I learned something today. Third fun fact.
My brother's moving at the time. Sohinki's moving from West Hollywood to Westwood, and we have a car full of stuff, and he tells me to drive his car full of stuff to the new apartment. So I hop in the car, I'm on Santa Monica Boulevard, and I'm stopped at a stoplight. And then I look up, and all of a sudden, there's a transvestite running directly at my car holding a bunny rabbit. And this is just out of ignorance, I legitimately don't know. This is a man dressed as a woman. What do you address them as? Pretty sure you identify them as the gender they want to be. So it was a man dressed as a woman, but so we'll say she. If we get it wrong right now, feel free to tell us in the comments. So she's running directly toward my car with a bunny rabbit cradled
Oh yeah, I almost forgot about this
in
part.
her arm, being chased by a Mexican man waving a guitar over his head.
Are you sure this was a fact and not a fever dream?
The Mexican man, he is much less in shape than the transvestite. She runs past the car and he slows down at about my car and hurls the guitar at the transvestite. It shatters on the ground. He like completely misses. And he's standing at about where my headlight is, just huffing and puffing.
Did she steal his bunny rabbit?
I'm not sure what happened.
Okay.
I'll tell you the rest of the story and we can make inferences, perhaps.
We will tell that story after this intermission. What happened next?
So I look up further in the street and there's just stuff strewn about the street. So this homeless man wanders out into the street.
So a new opponent has arrived.
Yes, a new challenger has arrived.
Approached.
He squats in the street and he starts picking up the stuff in the street. The Mexican guy, having regathered his breath, turns around, sees the homeless man picking up the stuff in the street, and sprints and tackles him and just starts decking him in the face.
Who is this man, and am I allowed to hate him?
I don't know. I mean, he seemed like kind of a bad guy, but who knows? Maybe his bunny rabbit got stolen and he was upset. Who knows?
That's
Maybe
true.
everyone's stealing his stuff.
Now there's a fight happening in front of you.
Yes, so
light turns green. What do?
Yeah, the light turns green and lots of people are honking at them because they're just fighting in the street. The transvestite sidles up on the other side of my car, stroking the bunny rabbit, just watching this scene unfold. So then, this is how it ends. There's like 3 dudes in MMA trunks run out of a building and they break up the fight, like scooch everyone off to the side of the street, and then I just kind of get them over to the side of the street. Traffic starts moving again and I drove off.
Were they just in trunks?
They were shirtless, just wearing MMA trunks. At the time, I was pursuing screenwriting, and I was like, I could never put this in a script because the reaction to it would be, this would never happen in real life. Fourth fun fact! So we worked on this YouTube channel called Mahalo. So
You're welcome.
Me and Joshua.
That's who I was then. My Twitter handle was Joshua_Evan.
You weren't yet the Jovenshire.
I was not yet then.
You weren't Jovenshire. This was at the very end of August. You weren't the Jovenshire until October when LASIK came on. We started on the same day.
Same day.
I actually didn't know that I started. I thought I was there for an interview. I was wearing a suit.
He was.
Joven was
that was
dressed,
too big.
Joven dressed nice, but not like...
Maybe a button-up shirt with jeans.
Yeah, he was wearing a button-up shirt with jeans for sure.
Probably a stupid goatee.
I see this guy, and we're getting grilled on like certain questions, like what would you do if you're trying to export a video and it's not rendering properly, blah, blah, blah. And I think that like this is interview questions, and Joven's piping up like, oh, well, you would try a different codec and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, this son of a bitch is gonna steal my job. It's like I had this opportunity to get this video game job.
Because this was like your last chance to get a job before having to move back,
I
right?
legitimately, I was on like my last, I probably had like about $1,800 left in the bank, and my parents had told me, if you, like, we can't give you any more money. That's it.
This was it, and I was taking your opportunity.
I was like, this son of a bitch is going to take my job.
And he hated me.
I didn't hate you. I was just like, this is the guy, and I was the guy in high school too that raises his hand for every question in class. And then I found out about halfway through the day that I had the job. And the first assignment that we have is to do the co-op for Splinter Cell.
I hate this story.
Now, Joven had played a lot of Splinter Cell.
Splinter Cell Conviction, I think it was,
Yes,
right? It was
that's right.
Conviction.
Joven had 100% of the game except
99%.
Except for the achievement where you have to kill your partner. You spawn on opposite ends of a plane, and there's no radar or anything. You gotta find the other person and kill him. Joven says to me, let me win, I need the achievement. And I think I said something like, Well, you're gonna have to earn it.
Let's not skip the fact that I had been losing a lot up to this point and making us restart missions. It's like 11 o'clock at night. We've been at this office for over 12 hours
Well, we
trying to finish
also,
the series.
we spent like 6 hours trying to get the recording to work.
Just to get the recording.
Yeah. You were the first channel at the time uploading HD gameplay to YouTube.
We were!
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
So you all know me as a very competitive person. As competitive as you know me as right now, I was 10 times more competitive back then.
And I had no clue.
I told Lasercorn recently, I'm like, I can't believe we're friends. I went back and watched old videos of us like playing Mortal Kombat against each other, and I'm just such a dick. And Lasercorn doesn't usually forgive that kind of stuff, but somehow he's forgiving me.
Back.
I remember you shooting at me, and I was behind cover. It was like those like crates.
I had never been in more. I was in desperation try hard mode.
And I think I was kind of in desperation too. My heart was racing. I'm not gonna lie. I remember seeing you poke out and shooting, and then I won. I killed you.
Yep. And to this day, I'm still only at 99% on that game.
That's probably my only achievement.
10 years later, still angry.
You gotta earn it.
Fifth fun fact.
This story is very funny after the fact
Yes.
for me. We're on the red carpet for was it the Streamies?
Was it the Streamies?
I think it was the second Streamies we had been to. We're going down the line, and when you're on the red carpet, people take pictures, you stop for interviews.
Yeah.
I see a former coworker of ours who has moved on to be a reporter at E!
Yeah.
And I was not really paying attention. I just went to give her a hug.
Yeah, and she was interviewing us.
Yeah, she was interviewing us.
So the camera's rolling.
Yeah, she was interviewing us for E! Cameras are rolling, but we stop to give each other a hug before the interview starts. When I go to give her a hug, I'm not looking, and I literally step directly into a light.
Yes.
I crunched the light bulb with my foot. Embarrassingly loud.
And it had a gel.
It had a gel. Now not only did it make an embarrassingly loud crunching noise, which definitely people looked over at, but the light had a gel on it. So not only did I bust the light bulb, but it started to light the gel on fire.
It got on fire because the spark.
Yeah, so the spark, there wasn't enough smoke that it was like picking up on camera or anything. And I was like, please everyone just play it cool. But no one played it cool.
No, we had to stop the interview. It's like, oh my God.
Everyone.
He's so he stepped in the light and now there's a small fire.
Well, everyone just started laughing at me.
Yeah.
And our friend that was doing the interview was trying to be cool about
Yes.
it. But they wouldn't let it go.
happen.
I remember I was extremely salty the rest of the time.
Yeah, you wanted to leave.
I wanted to.
No.
I was like, I want to leave the event. It was one of the most embarrassing moments of my entire life, for
He
sure.
almost ruined an entire red carpet.
It came close to starting a fire.
So there you go. There are 5 fun facts about Sohinki. We've got you had a fever dream
Yes.
of a weird fight that took out in front of you.
It was real. Stole your achievement. We almost lit the red carpet on fire.
I do care about that one.
Yeah, that was a good one.
You lost a marathon to a juggler.
Ran the Marine Corps Marathon, got beat by a juggler, and then taught some sailors how to play Quake 2 on a Trident-class submarine.
Those, in fact, were 5 fun facts that you may or may not have known already about Sohinki. So go ahead and update the wiki pages with those 5 fun facts.
And let me just say something. If you're updating the wiki page, I'm not German. It says that I'm German.
Well, there you go. Now, Sohinki, tell us what you're working on and where we can find you right now.
Well, I'm working on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Sohinki. Obviously, you can find me on all my socials at Sohinki. Streaming on Facebook, facebook.com/Sohinki.
I got a link down below where you can find them, so go check them out. We like to end each video on this channel as you give your best attempt at my outro.
I'll see you later.
That was good.
That's how you do it.
Now go ahead and tell all the folks at home exactly when Toaster Ghost is coming back.